Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I'm continuing with this sins reading. We're really knocking it out of the park with these. The cards are loving this reading, and and when you work with the planets and you put the planets, if you cooperate with them, it's crazy how nice life works out for you. I'll be coming out with the next Rosicrucian cycle. I believe it's August 22nd. So you won't want to miss that. And that's what this is kind of based on. The seven. The seven. Right now we are in Mars. We're in Mars in a Saturn year, and look at what's going on in the world. I mean, just look around. Look at the riots in the UK. Look at the fighting that has been exponential. Even in Russia and Ukraine have kicked off again after a relatively quiet time. And what's going on with Iran and whatnot. Soon we'll be moving into the Mercury season, which at least is not as active, but other things can happen like cyber security and whatnot, economic. Anyways, we'll get there when we get there. So you won't want to miss that, what's going on. But let's talk about Andrew and Sarah. I'm really interested to see what their sins are dealing with. Yeah, so let's start with Andrew. What are the 7 sins, according to the planets, that Andrew is dealing with? What are the 7 sins, according to the planet, that Andrew is dealing with? What are the 7 sins that Andrew is dealing with? Cards are ready. All right, envy. You know what his envy is? 8 of Wands, that other people can travel and he can't travel. Really, when you think about it, where has Andrew been lately? I'm wondering if he leaves the UK, if he'll be charged with something. Also, he has to be quiet. 8 of Wands is also news and announcements and action and moving. And he's envious of people who have freedom. That's his envy. And that's an 8, so that's really high. He's very envious of that, of people who can travel, people who can say what they want, talk what they want. Like, I mean, since that interview, you haven't heard hide nor hair of him. You see pictures of him, you see him at different things, but when's the last time you heard him speak? When's the last time you seen him travel anywhere? Unless he travels under disguise or something. You know, even Fergie with her cancer has gone to New York, gone to the States. All right, let's see, what's his greed? This will be interesting. Money. And and he's really tight with his money. We know that he is extremely tight with his money. Also, he's running out of money. He doesn't have much money. So there's his greed. There it is. Money. Boom. These readings are so amazing. When you see stuff like that, you have to wonder how truthful the other ones are. Like, that gives you confidence that the other ones are so truthful. Look at that. Money. Greedy for money, almost miserly. And I've heard that. And that's why he didn't get that house done. Number 1, he doesn't have the money. And number 2, he didn't want to spend the money. What's his lust? Oh my God. 10 of Swords. Ruin. He lusted for things that ruined him. Wow. I'm speechless. Actually, I thought we'd get Venus on here, or the Queen of Cups, or his lust brought him ruin. That's huge. So he still has big regret. I'm speechless. His lust brought him ruin. Wow, these cards are nailing it. What's his pride? Temperance. This is interesting because this is balancing, this is peace, this is, you know what? I almost want to take responsibility for what you've done. I think he wants his pride is he wants people to see him as innocent. That's temperance as an angel, and take things with balance. And sure, he's done some bad things, but he also wants people to see the good things that he did. One foot in, one foot out, right? A helicopter in Falklands, for example, and you know, um, standing by his queen, his mother, and whatnot. So his pride is, how come people don't see me? How come people only see one part of me and not the whole me? So he wants people almost to have peace over this already. He's like, hey, get over yourself. Get over it. I'm over it. Now, I'm not implicating that he's done anything wrong at all. At all. I'm just saying under Venus, which is love and partnerships and lust, he had ruin over that. So that could even be his, talking to JE. Maybe I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but just being seen in the company of that person, because this is partnerships, um, he brought him ruin. Oh, what's his wrath? Secrets. Boy, this family has secrets. When you start digging into these sins, it's a crazy how often this high priestess shows up. This is at top of mind for him. I think his wrath is some of the secrets that he has to keep, that he's not allowed to let out, that would maybe clear his mind, to clear his name. His pride, what he wants to see is the balance in everything, is maybe the truth in everything, is the justice. Temperance is Sagittarius, which is also can be justice as well, because it's the lawyer part of your legal part, not lawyer, legal part. So his wrath is these secrets he has to keep. Maybe the secrets of the truth, or, well, yeah, that's the only secret you keep is truth. Nobody keeps a secret of a lie. There's a blonde moment. All right, what's his gluttony? Always defending himself. He will defend himself until the day he dies. He's more interested in defending himself and his actions than anything else. And it's probably because this is all top of mind of him. That's his gluttony. He will defend himself. He'll defend his actions forevermore. That colors defending what happened here, the secret of actually what really happened, defending himself to have a more balanced approach, defending himself against not spending money on that house. Mom said I didn't have to. Just really defending himself. All right, so let's see, what's his sloth? Ace of Wands. Doesn't want to do anything. He's retired. Isn't that funny? Camilla got the same one too. Also, his sloth is sex. He probably will never have sex again because he's like, it just gets me into trouble. Or, people report on it. Or I don't think he's interested in a relationship at all. I've done those cards before, and we're going to do Sarah's right away. That Sarah's more interested in a relationship with him. Charles has cleared that they can get remarried. And I think that if Sarah gets another diagnosis, I think we'll see them get married if he knows that she's near the end. Yeah, he just wants to be retired and go live in peace. That's all he wants. He wants people to have a more balanced opinion of him. I don't think he wants back into the working royal family, not with this card, not with the Ace of Wands on the sloth. He doesn't want back in the royal family. He just wants a more balanced approach of of him personally. He wants people to see him more for the good that he did. This is the angel card than the bad. You know what's interesting didn't show up here? The devil. I thought for sure we'd see the devil somewhere here. Or, like I said, the empress on the empress lusting for, or, the females, or even a page on the empress, guys. Let's say that out loud. Not there. Who he put faith in was his ruin. Wow, that was really, the cards were totally bang on. I'd love to know what all these secrets are. Maybe those are readings I can do from here. You're not going to want to miss this Andrew reading. I'll tell you that. That was amazing. And I kept saying, I can't wait to do Andrew. Oh, look at that. But I'm so excited. That was bang on. I'm loving this reading, guys. I don't know about you. I think I've stumbled onto something. I almost feel like I should patent this, but there's no tarot police. You can't patent ideas. Actually, I hope a lot of people use this because it's so accurate. All right. Sarah Ferguson. One of the cards I'll be interested in is see the gluttony one, because as we know, Sarah has struggled with her weight, and also what is she taking? Oh, clock agrees with me. That is maybe feeding some of her cancer, or that she needs to stop taking so it doesn't return. All right, Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York. Duchess of York. Duchess of York, what are her sins? What are her sins? Okay. Envy. Oh, a royal family. Look at these cards, guys. Whoa. She envies the royals. She envies that she was, her HRH was taken away. Yeah, she's still a duchess. And she just got back into being a royal, but maybe the other royals haven't fully accepted her. Do you know what I mean? There is a bit of snobbery, let's be honest. So she envies that she's no longer, like, that when they got divorced, she was no longer part of the upper echelon, shall we say, even though she has kind of crawled her way back in after Prince Philip died, and she showed her loyalty to the Queen, and she has the Queen's dogs and whatnot. There's some envy there that, why should they pay for this house when everybody else's house gets paid for fixing and whatnot? Why are they, right? There's different things that she could be envious about. Wow, crazy. All right, greed. I wanted to say a future, but this is only a 2. So, or maybe that, she doesn't have a lot of choices. She hasn't really planned much for the future. She doesn't know whether she can plan for the future or not. But this is very minor on her. It's only a 2, so let's not spend a lot of time on that. Versus Andrew's was a 4 of coins, like his money. Hers is she knows she doesn't have that many plans for the future. Let's see, lust. What does she lust for? Oh, the Hermit. Lust to be alone, maybe to be left alone. Interesting, because she has the Hierophant here. Maybe she could also, this is love and partnerships. Maybe she wants to be seen as, like, the Hermit is also the sage. Maybe she wants to be seen as a light for Andrew. Maybe she wants to be seen as somebody, come on, Andrew, let's you and me go, and let me help you get out of this situation that you're in, or right, the sage. So maybe she's seeing things like, maybe if we were married, people would look at us differently, or But I think, why would she be under partnerships wanting to be alone? And maybe that's where this comes in, that right, the hermit and these plans are walking out. Interesting. Let's see with pride. Oh, whoa, death. Now that's also transformation. That also could be Charles in some respects. I'm wondering if she also wants to see people see her as stronger than she is, how she's transformed her body a couple of times with weight loss, and how she can transform from being bankrupt, owing millions of dollars, to becoming successful with her Weight Watchers thing that she did there. And that how she's almost like she just keeps coming back. She's like the ever the evergreen bunny. Interesting though, here under pride we have the Pope here and the Pope here, but you can also say this is on the death of the king. I'm wondering if there's something there that maybe Charles still gives her a hard time. What's her wrath? Her work. I'm wondering if, because this death card here and her wrath, maybe she can't work as much as she wants to right now. And I'm wondering if she also has something about, how come people don't recognize I'm a great children's book author? How come people don't recognize that I'm good for Andrew? And how come people don't recognize that I stand by his side? And how come I'm not getting the recognition? Like I'm getting like this anger in her voice. And also, how come I'm not making the money that I should be making? Other people are making way more money, having a YouTube channel, reading tarot cards. How come I'm not being recognized for my information on weight loss and that kind of thing? And also this wrath, with this could go back to the royal family, that maybe there's a little bit of envy there, that they are, and anger that they aren't getting the money that they think that she deserves as being Duke and Duchess of York, and all the work that she's done for the royal family. She certainly doesn't have the privacy that she wants. Like if she goes to New York, she gets her picture taken and whatnot. So maybe that's the part that she wants to be left alone. Um, What's her gluttony? Six of Swords. That's interesting. I thought it would be something I honestly did thought it'd be something to do with something she intakes. This is, well, swords are words and thoughts. And again, Charles also had this one, but in a different spot. Her gluttony is that she wants people to move on more than they're willing to. And I think, look at these cards, they have their backs to each other, these mirror cards. And maybe she just doesn't, maybe her gluttony is she likes kind of like the drama of it, and she doesn't know how to move on to peace and calm. And maybe that has part of it too. And maybe with the death part here, um, what's her sloth? This is a more difficult read. Knight of Swords on the sloth. That's her writing. She possibly could be doing more writing, more journalism, more media, but she's got this problem here. She wants to be left alone. The Knight of Swords here, I'm right, because court cards are people. So who is this? Oh, that's her. She's a Libra. She's a Libra. And now I'm looking back at Camilla's. Camilla had this, and I wonder if this is Sarah. No, Sarah's too closer to her age than to be a knight. But Sarah is a writer. Sarah is a writer. This is the writer's card, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Words. But sometimes it can be fast words like blogs and journalism, rather than a writer, but it can be somebody who pumps out a lot of writing, like a Stephen King, and he writes really scary, aggressive books. What was that? James Patterson. He's now passed. He wrote out a lot of books about murder mysteries and stuff. So it can be a writer if that's their genre. But that's what her sloth, I think, is her. Um, she's not writing and doing things that she needs to do. This is a very more difficult read, isn't it? Wonder what's going on with Sarah. What's underneath? Oh, there's the two of them. I think that she just wants to take Andrew and say, you know what? None of them like us anyways. Let's just go and move on, and I'll do some writing. If she can turn these sins around, they could move on somewhere quiet. She could plan somewhere. Let's just go somewhere. Nobody knows. Well, nobody bothers us. Just you and I, right? Just you and I. We don't need the royal family. We don't need any of that. And I will pick up my writing and support us. That's that transformation here. Yeah, there's actually, I thought it would be more of her health, but it really isn't. It really isn't. I thought I'd see the King of Swords, who is her surgeon, or King of Wands, who is her doctor, but we didn't get any of that. Wow. Well, time will tell. Time will tell. Yeah, if she would write more, she would make more money and be in more peace of mind, right? The swords and swords. It would actually, she could transform her whole self. She's an air sign, so she's a natural writer. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I sure hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoy doing these readings. And please take good care of yourself. It's a crazy world out there. See you online. Bye for now.